Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Metal Magdalene with Jet right here on Metal Messiah Radio. Tonight we have with us back on the show, Gerre from the German thrash metal band Tankard. Welcome back to the show, Gerre.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Nice talking to you.
So, Gerre, Tankard's been around now some 35 years. So take us back to the early days of Tankard when you guys were first starting out. What were those days like for you?
Oh, I really can't remember. It's too long away, too far away. No, so we formed in '82, and we all know each other from school, and we were really fans of the new wave of British heavy metal, of course, fans of bigger bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, but also Raven, Jaguar, and all that stuff. And then the Bay Area thrash metal wave came over to Europe, first Exodus, Slayer, and all these bands. And so we were really infected by that. And then, changed Tankard a little bit into that kind of direction. And last year we had the 35th birthday.
Woo!
And this year is the 36th year. And I don't know. We keep on going, and cheers to the next 36 years.
Holy shit. So throughout all these years, I mean, what would you say was like the biggest struggle for the band?
So I think, so middle until the end of the 90s, thrash metal was, it was not really dead, but it was not very popular. And we had less concerts, less shows, and nobody was really interested into that kind of music anymore. But we kept on going. We never gave up, and we ever played that kind of music. And I think that was the most important thing in our career, that we just kept on going, really didn't care what happened around us. And so thrash metal is now, there is a revival since, since 15 years. And I think there will always be waves, some days it's more popular, some days it's a little bit less, but I really would say that thrash metal will survive. And we are really we are a little bit proud of it, that we are still still making music, and that we are able to be still a part of that thrash metal scene. That's really amazing. And so I really can't see an end of the band. The last regular album, One Foot in the Grave, and everybody asks, is this the end of the band, or your last album? No, it's just a typical Tankard kind of humor, and maybe the next album will call One Foot Out of the Grave or something like that. I don't know.
No, you could call the next album Slayer is Gone. No. Slayer is gone, but we're not, because they just announced their farewell tour or something today.
Yeah, I read it a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah,
a couple of hours ago, and maybe it's a long farewell tour like Scorpions and all the other bands.
I know, and Judas Priest, yeah.
Very, very long farewell tours.
Judas Priest is making new albums on their farewell.
Yeah, so we have a farewell tour since 36 years.
Now, this year, you're about to release your best of album. Now, Hymns for the Drunk, covering music from your time with AFM Records. So why was this time for you an important time during your AFM record years?
So we were under contract between 2002 and 2010. And the farmer owner of AFM, Hanner, he died already more than 10 years ago. He brought Tankard back, and he was really a Tankard fan. And so that was a new label, new producer, and I think the first album for AFM Records, B-Day, it's really just, it's not really a rebirth, but it's really, pushed us in the right direction. And so the AFM years were really important part of the Tankard history. I mean, there are no new songs on it because we have no songs left. With always old songs, on an album. But we reached the place 83 in the official charts with a best of album. So for a thrash metal band, so that is really, really,
that was easy for you.
We were really surprised about that. So yeah, cool. And there is a limited box, with an alien inside, and there is 500 copies of red vinyl, and inside the box there is something like yellow gold vinyl. It looks a little bit like beer, and it tastes also a little bit like beer. and there is a normal CD on the market, and so that is really something for the diehard fans. But looking back to this area, it was really important to give us a push back in 2002. And since these days, step for step, it's going forward, and we climb a little bit higher.
How'd you go about choosing songs to put on that album, the best of?
Yeah, we choose it by the band.
How'd you do that? There's so many.
So AFM came up with this idea, and it's always better to cooperate with such re-releases. And at the moment, we have all the re-releases of the Noise area, beginning with the first album until the Tankard album. And it's always better for a band to cooperate and to work together with the record company, that you have a good final product. So they came up with the idea, and we said, yeah, cool, we can do that. But we chose the songs.
And now, are you guys going to do some touring now? I mean, every time you do a release, don't you go out and do a nice tour?
No, not really a tour. I mean, we all have regular jobs, so we are not able to go on tour for 200 shows in a year. But we play as often as we can. Now we go to Greece next weekend for 2 shows. Then we go to Japan for a little thrash metal festival. And we play a very big festival in Mexico City in May. And now at the moment we try to work out for some shows around that festival in South and Middle America. Then we play some bigger festivals in Germany, and of course we have to come back to the States one day. But I mean, we have 36 years more time, so
that's
we will
true. We got plenty of time. and let's talk a little bit about the cover. The cover is so perfect. So tell us a little bit about the artist.
The cover of the Hymns of the Drunk.
Yes.
Yeah, it really fits the Tankard because it's like this kind of comic. And so I mean, if Tankard would do an album with a really serious cover, nobody would believe us. Nobody would believe us. So I mean, it's in a traditional way, and I think it really fits to the title.
And Gerre, so what is the best sites for people to go to keep up with the band, see where you're playing out, and what's going on with you guys?
Yeah, we still have a lot of fun to play that kind of music, and when we play live, it's always a lot of fun in combination with thrash metal, and we try to have always a thrash metal party together with the fans, and that's what the people can expect from Tankard.
And when people want to know what shows you're doing, where's the best place for them to go? Facebook, probably? Find all the links going up there?
I don't have Facebook personally, but I have Sky, as you can see. But our manager is doing the Facebook site. I mean, it's the the most important thing for a band, to communicate with the fans. And I mean, it's much more important than a homepage in these days. And so Facebook is the ultimate medium for us at the moment.
So how would you describe?
We live in so fast times, so we don't know what will be next.
How would you describe your fans, Gerre?
Crazy, very truthful, and so support for the last 35 years. They are amazing. So yeah, and it's a good mixture of old fans, like old guys like us growing up with us, and very young kids loving thrash metal music, and they wonder, what kind of old band is playing there. So we have a really cool mixture of old and younger fans, and this is really amazing.
Well, there you guys have it. Tankard, Hymns for the Drunk, best of albums in the AFM years, is out now on AFM Records. And Gerre, thank you so much for taking the time for doing this interview with us here tonight. And, all the best out there for the next 36 years.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Nice talking to you. And the next day we're going to meet, we're going to have orange juice together, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So